If you ever watched Yankee stacking and secretly wished Tim was your long-lost grandfather, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Today we're going to have a little fun and take a lighthearted look at some of the quirky habits, inclinations, and practices of precious metal stackers. You know, those things that make us a little different from the average Joe. So let's get into it. Hello everyone, I'm Metal Scholar. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to my channel. Since I've been stacking silver and more recently gold, I've developed a few odd behaviors and idiosyncrasies. I've also observed some of these habits in some of my new stacker friends. Maybe you can relate to some of them. Now, for this video, I'm going to share these observations in the style of Jeff Foxworthy's popular routine, You Might Be a Redneck, by pretending to call a make-believe comedian named Biff Jeffersworth. There is no Biff Jeffersworth. So the conversation you're about to hear is a parody. It is completely made up and is intended for purely entertainment purposes only. So here we go.
Hello?
Yeah, is this the comedian Biff Jeffersworth?
Yeah, who is this?
You don't know me. My name is Metal Scholar. I'm a YouTuber, and your agent, Billy Brody, gave me your number. He said you have some interesting opinions about people who stack precious metals.
What the? Is this some kind of joke? How'd you get my number?
Your agent, Billy Brody. I met him at a local tavern last night. He got kind of sauced, and after a few drinks, I told him I like to stack silver and gold, and he said you do that sort of thing too.
What the son of a... He's always dragging me into something. I should really fire that guy.
He said that you had some new material on the topic. I was wondering if you could test it out here on my new YouTube channel.
Oh my God. What time is it anyway? Oh, forget it. Who cares? All right, look it. I'll bite. Yeah, you're right. I have observed some interesting, quirky things. I think there are some oddities about this stacking culture. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll entertain you a little bit, I suppose. I'll test out some new material, whatever. If you like it, great. If you don't, well, what do I care? It's just a dang telephone call.
That's great. Thank you so much. That's fantastic.
Yeah, all right. Are you finished now? Can I say some things?
Yes, I'm sorry. Please take it away.
All right, well, here's one. If your family thinks you've taken up weightlifting because your arms are always sore from lifting gold and silver bars, you might be a precious metal stacker.
That's a good one.
All right, let me continue. I'm just getting warmed up here. If you've ever considered opening a bank just so you have a personal vault for your precious metals collection, you might be a precious metal stacker.
That's a good one too.
Son, just let the professional do his job.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
If you've ever traded your lunch hour for a trip to the local coin shop because you heard that they got a fresh shipment of silver rounds, you might be a precious metal stacker.
I literally did that last week.
Well, I'm sure you did, son, and you're not alone. Here's another one for you. If you get overly excited when someone mentions the words silver spot price in a casual conversation, you might be a precious metal stacker. And if your significant other ever asks you if you love them more than your gold and silver, and you genuinely had to think about it, you might be a precious metal stacker. If you've ever caught yourself staring at your shiny coins for longer than you'd like to admit, mesmerized by their beauty, you might be a precious metal stacker. If your friends constantly ask you if you're preparing for the zombie apocalypse because of your extensive collection of silver bullets, you might be a precious metal stacker. If your idea of a perfect date night involves browsing through online bullion dealers and comparing prices, you might be a precious metal stacker. If you've ever convinced yourself that buying just one more silver coin won't hurt your budget, even though you've already exceeded your monthly limit, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Biff, this is starting to hit a little close to home. I don't know if we should get to...
Son, now let me stop you right there. Are you being triggered right now?
I don't know about that, but, I mean, are we really that quirky?
If the first thing you do in the morning before even getting out of bed or saying good morning to your significant other is grab your phone and check the spot price of silver and gold, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Well, I mean, everybody does that, don't they?
If your loved ones have stopped buying you underwear, ties, or other normal presents for your birthday or Christmas, and you only receive small packages containing silver or gold, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Check.
If you're planning a family vacation and you find yourself checking to see if there are any local coin shops near your hotel, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Check.
If you find yourself comparing common everyday purchases to how many rounds you could have purchased instead, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Well, I mean, that's just being frugal. I mean, there's nothing...
Son, I'm not saying this is a compulsion. I'm just pointing out what I see.
Go on.
If you've ever been short of cash at your local coin shop and had to go next door to the grocery store and buy a soda just to get a quick 40 cash back to cover your purchase, you might be a precious metal stacker.
It was 60.
If you've ever slept with your favorite silver bar under your pillow or held it like a little baby, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Okay, yeah, well, like maybe I'll do that, you know, when I first bring it home or something, but I don't do it like every... Well, I do it. Okay, but not all the... Okay, yeah, maybe.
I'm being real. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm shining a light on my observations. Now, can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you've ever used the word numismatist in a sentence and received blank stares from the people you were talking to and were genuinely surprised when they had no idea what you were talking about, you might be a precious metal stacker. If on the one hand you get excited when you see the spot price going up because your stack is increasing in value, but on the other hand you get equally excited when you see the spot price going back down because it means you get to buy the dip, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster sometimes, you know?
Maybe I should stop. You seem very, very triggered here.
No, it's fine. Just please keep going. I'm sorry.
If you ever thought you were the most clever stacker in the world because you thought of the perfect hiding place for your stack that was so good no one would ever find it, only to hear some other YouTuber mention it in a video, you might be a precious metal stacker. If you ever watched Yankee stacking and secretly wished Tim was your long-lost grandfather, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Well, that one actually, he might be. I mean, we've never done like a DNA test or anything. It's possible.
If you've ever participated in an online auction for a hunk of silver or gold and deliberately overpaid just so you could flex, you might be a precious metal stacker. If you've recently put your child in commercials as a side hustle just to increase your budget for gold and silver, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Okay, it was like one commercial. It's not exactly a pattern here.
If you've begun pouring water in your cereal instead of milk to make up for the increased premiums on Silver Eagles, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Again, I just think you're being frugal at that point.
If you're starting to think the phrase hedge against inflation would make a great drinking game where everyone takes a shot when they hear it, you might be a precious metal stacker.
I do hear that phrase all the time.
If the back of your hairs stand up on end when someone refers to your shiny stack of silver as nothing more than an industrial metal, and you actually think about punching them in the face, you might be a precious metal stacker.
Check.
And here's my last one. It's kind of my favorite. I don't know, sort of summarizes and encapsulates the whole concept. It goes something like this. If you've ever found yourself talking to your gold and silver coins, thanking them for being a reliable store of value, you might be a precious metal stacker. All right, that's all I got.
Well, thanks for letting me call you.
Let's get one thing straight. I didn't have much of a choice now, did I?
No, I guess you're right. I kind of cold called you.
Yes, you did, but I gotta confess it wasn't so bad after all.
So I can call you again sometime?
As we say in the business, don't call us, we'll call you.
All right, well, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Well, there you have it, folks. 25 observations about our unique habits as precious metal stackers. Remember, it's all in good fun, and we embrace our passion for these shiny treasures. So if any of these observations hit close to home, don't worry, you're in good company. Keep stacking and enjoy the journey. If I've missed any quirky behaviors, please let me know in the comments. And as always, if you found this video interesting and informative, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. By doing so, you'll be notified of future content. Of course, it always helps those algorithms. Thanks for watching, and until next time, dream big, dream often, and then go do it. Metal Scholar over and out.